Fat Bald-Sicilian, FBS. I am very grateful for Fat Bald-Sicilian. I'll tell you why. FBS created more channels than Comcast. Okay? FBS endorsed a lot of channels. He created a lot of channels, and I bet he can't count how many channels that he has helped to get monetized, and I'm one of them.
You know, and then it's not like you have no violence on your record until you're 30, and then one night you just decide to go out and kill a cop. It doesn't happen like that.
Fabricio was always a tough kid. He was a tough kid. He had a nice punch. If you hit you, he would knock you the fuck out.
I already had the position. I don't want to say boss, but that's what I was. I had the position. I was made directly with New York, and I didn't have to answer to nobody in my area.
I didn't watch the show, so I didn't really understand the magnitude or, like, you know, how big this moment was.
But you know what? When De Niro asked him to let the old lady stay, you know, and she has to stay with the dog. Well, God, that never started, huh? You know that scene? And he was like, "Stop."
Anytime I got to shoot at John's restaurant on East 12th Street, which was like a big mob hangout where like Joe the Boss Masseria would like hold court, and I got to work with Ivo Nandi, who played Joe the Boss. Those were some of my favorite scenes.
And the moment you walk in, I could recognize who's at the bar, who's sitting at the table, FBI. And this is the first time that I meet Sonny Franchitti.
Matter of fact, outside the Bada Bing, Satin Dolls, we put a curtain in the parking lot. Everyone was wondering, why is that big curtain in the parking lot? We were rehearsing the hanging scene.
I'm living proof, guys. I'm living proof. I mean, no, I'm no millionaire or nothing, but listen, look at my life 4 years ago. I was in a fucking hotel. I was, you know, selling crack. I was snorting coke. I was drinking myself to fucking death. I was literally taking bags full of Ativan just because I wanted to die in my sleep. I was all alone, you know, and now I'm here. I have my family. I have a little bit of money in the bank. I got everything I want. And I got you guys in this channel. So if I can do it, any of you can do it. Yizzo, what's going on, everybody? It's Thursday. That would make it one day before Friday, in case you lose track. I have to take this thing off. I got some blood work today. Do the fucking thing. All right. Sorry about that. I was unprepared. Let me see here. What do we got? Miss Can't Be Wrong, Dave, Tom Sheehy, Bobby Berberian, Moonlight 62, Jason B, Joe Root, War. Hey now. Oh, well, enjoy your walk. Sven Larson, Yizzo. Michael Hensley, we love you too. Yeah, I'm gonna change it though. You know, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it. It's the RJ part just seems, you know, I don't know. I like it, but I'm gonna change it. I don't know what to say. No, I'm gonna take some things out, maybe put some other things in, or just make a whole new one. It's very repetitive. It becomes too much after a while. I never felt that way with the other intros because they were so short. You know, the Jerry the Art Guy intros, they were very short. I like long intros though. Like Jerry used to say to me, you know, like I would ask him to make it longer and he would say, why? Well, there's a big reason for it. And the main reason is you want to have time for people to join. You know what I mean? You want to have people or time for people to come into the chat and stuff, so you're not starting a show with nobody there. That's one of the big reasons, probably the main one. Other than that, I just like having a whole bunch of cool shit in the intro, but I'm going to switch that one up. Probably going to replace the RJ part, and I might add a person or two. Jason Mikesell, what's up, bro? Skylark, hello. Chizomas can't be wrong. What else we got? Mooch. I guess that's it. I don't know. I feel like I skipped through a bunch of names. There is 88 people, so I feel like I didn't do all the shout outs. But it's all good. You guys don't mind. All right, guys, fill me in. What happened today with Tony Pizza? Somebody sent me a screenshot of a bunch of guys and said that Tony Pizza docked all these. Jesus fucking Christ. Doxed all these people today. What do you know about that? FBI? Hello. You know, I have this odd feeling that's really the FBI. I just do. Chris Capello, what up, my friend? I miss pizza. Was he on? Well, I don't know, because come to think of it, then the person said he didn't go on today, but I don't know. I guess it's a screenshot from Sungrown's channel. It's a whole bunch of guys. It's like Oz and Alex Vela and Rottweilers and all these different people that apparently Tony Pizza doxed. Maybe it was yesterday. Am I hearing that right? Pizza has so many channels I can't keep up. And all of them suck. They're all terrible. Absolutely fucking horrible. D. Gainey, what up? What up? What up, pimp? You've been napping. Nice. Ozzy, Alex Vela, Rot. They're good guys. Well, I know of Oz to be a good guy, but he does very nice things. You know, he seems like a gentleman, but I mean, I don't know. I wonder. Miss can't be wrong. I know Alex Vela comes in here every now and then, but aren't these people? And I don't know about Rottweilers, but aren't these people always in his chat when he's bashing people's wives and kids and everything else? I'm asking because if so, then how could they be good guys? Like the OZ guy, I don't know much about him, but from what I've seen and, you know, the very little communication I've had with him, he seems like too good of a guy to be with pizza. I mean, what do you make of this? It's very puzzling. What are these guys doing with pizza, and how are they good guys if they are? I don't know. Well, I don't blame you, Edward Everett. FPS, that's complete perjury. Pizza doxing someone. My bad. Good thing we're not in a court of law. It's a damn good thing. I was busy, man. I had to rush home and eat a salad. I eat salads every day with my fat ass. Let me see. I never seen Alex Vela in there when he's bashing wives. Okay. OZ took off. I think he is no longer Team Pizza. Doesn't he do that all the time, though? He's only for Leon. Chicago Muscle, fuck pizza. And also, Rusty's making noises. Hang on. I don't know what the fuck he just did out there, but I'm worried. Fuck pizza and all who support him. They are all going down. Well, it looks like he's taking them down for us. That's what it looks like. But I know you've been on a roll, Chicago, and SoFlo. I don't know. I'm not caught up with everything, but if what I'm hearing is true, then he's doxing all of his people. I know he turned on Batters and that fucking Trump Nation. You know how I feel. I don't even have to know who you are. All I got to do is hear that your fucking stupid Cash App name or screen name is fucking Trump Nation. Tells me you're a fucking moron. But you're also a cop, from what I understand. This guy, Daniel Joy, he's a cop, retired, whatever, who supports pizza. This is the thing, you know, if you're somebody who may not like the police or like most of us in general, Somebody who doesn't like them, who thinks that they do bad shit to people, which they do. Thinks, if you know, I shouldn't even say think, if you know that they don't really give a fuck about you in any way, shape, or form, and the only crimes they really want to solve are crimes where they can, seize assets and stuff. If you feel a certain way about cops, even if just a little bit, then this isn't helping. Seeing, first of all, Christopher George, who I am fucking convinced is the worst human being, more so than Tony Pizza, the worst human being in the fucking world. Christopher George is an animal. Animal. The shit he says about women and young girls. Oh, I wouldn't doubt for a second if he, him. And now this guy, if Daniel Joy is Trump Nation, the shit he stood by and allowed, not allowed. Well, yeah, allowed. If you're donating to somebody while they're doing this shit, you're not only just you're condoning it and you're enabling it. So doesn't make cops look good, does it? Certainly doesn't. Certainly does not. There's a lot going on these days that doesn't make them look good, but that isn't helping the situation. That's for sure. OZ is with Pizza. He's an idiot. Carmine is his name. Pizza said it. Well, yeah, that's fucked up. Like, I don't know. It's puzzling to me why Oz would, or OZ, whatever you call him, would support Tony Pizza, because he does seem to have a good heart. But I just want somebody who claims to be a decent person to explain to me their support for Tony Pizza. Explain it. Why do you support him, or why have you supported him in the past? I want to know why. I'm very curious. There's Alex Vela. Pizza can't dox me. He doesn't know anything about me. Well, I saw a picture with your name. Was that you? Did you guys see this? Am I the only one? I'm so fucking confused. I tried to ask the person who sent it to me, but I didn't even understand their answer. Pizza's still alive. I guess wishes really don't come true. Not generally speaking. No, they don't. Oz is an amazing person. He doesn't agree with everything Pizza says or does, and I know, and I think Oz seems like a good guy, but even he has to understand what I'm saying and asking here. There is no in between. You know what I mean? Like, that's like somebody saying to me, I really like MRE. I think he's a great guy. He's an amazing person, but I don't agree with everything he does. You can't, because the guy is a piece of shit. He just is. That's not my opinion. It's a fact. MRE's a piece of shit. Tony Pizza is a piece of shit. So I don't see that. It's not like Tony has just done some crazy things here and there. Tony Pizza has wished death on our military. He's fucking talked shit about homeless veterans, 9/11 fucking victims, their families, school children, fucking gay people, black people, Mexicans, Muslims, you fucking name it. That's a lot of shit for somebody to say, well, I like him. I just don't support everything he does, but I'm going to stick around anyway. Everything he does is fucking horrible. So how could you be a good person and support him? How? Anybody who's in here, Alex, anybody? If you want to explain, you don't have to. You don't owe me nothing. But I'd like to know, why did you ever support him? Why? I don't get it. You didn't hear these things he said? And this is this Trump nation. That's why I say he's a fucking moron. Oh, you're a big Trump supporter, right? But Trump supporters at least pretend to be patriotic. They're not, but some of them are. You know what I mean? Like, there's some, of course, but I mean, the majority of them, they're not. They hate this country as much as Donald Trump does. But if you're at least supposed to pretend that, then how could you sit by and hear him say these things? Republicans are supposed to be flag-waving Americans who support our military and love and adore and honor our military. Not to mention certain other groups and shit. So, well, I'm trying to think of any other group. There's really no other groups they support. They support the military. They pretend to, at the very least. They send them off to war to die every chance they get, Republicans. But, all right, so maybe I just answered my own question. Forget it. Maybe all Republicans feel the way Tony Pizza does. I don't know. But if you're at least pretending to be this patriot, which many of them do, then how can you stand by all this bullshit? How can you stand by and just listen to this shit and continue supporting him? I mean, Jesus Christ, if you even love our country to the extent that you're proud to be an American or whatever, forget everything else, just the 9/11 comments. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. The worst, I don't know, at the very least, one of the worst tragedies in American history. 3,000 people dead. Many of them, jumped from buildings because they were burning. People, burned alive. People were crushed by the fucking debris from the buildings. People, you fucking name it. Horrible. How could anybody listen? You say what you want about me, okay? But if you take my best friendship I ever had on here, if my best friend or anyone I might have in the future, if I have a best friend on here who says, fuck 9/11 victims and their families, we're not friends anymore. That's it. That's it. It doesn't matter how much other shit I like about them. It doesn't. That's like if I had a friend who said, well, it's I got to watch how I word things. It'd be used as a soundbite. But if I was friends with somebody who thought it was okay to be a chomo every now and then, just every now and then, to diddle here and there, we're not friends anymore. If I was friends with somebody who I then at one point found out is a neo-Nazi, we're not friends anymore. That's it. I don't understand how people could sit by and listen to all this bullshit and then play innocent. Like, I don't get it. Like, oh, I'm a good guy. I just, I feel sorry for him or whatever it might be. Listen, man, whatever you support, you condone. Okay, so if you could support Tony Pizza, I don't care. What's up, Oz? How you doing, bro? I don't care if you don't agree with certain things. There's things so bad that you have to disagree with them to the point where you just can't support this person anymore. That's how I feel. So I don't get it. Like, somebody could be a good guy, but then he sits there listening to a guy talk about Shanna like she's a piece of shit and attacking her left and right, or my daughter, or Tina Soflo, or his best friend Johnny Mack and his wife, old best friend, ex, whatever. Hear him say the things that guy asked for, but you get my point. The shit the guy will say about anybody in their families, even if they're his friends, or they're just having a little spat right now. The shit he'll say, the accusations he'll make, like, how do people who are supposed to be good, decent people listen to that and say, well, I don't agree with that part, but I still support him. All right. I'm assuming like Oz and Alex Vela and people like that don't agree with the woman and children bashing. I'm assuming they don't agree with the 9/11 comments. I'm assuming they don't agree with, wanting to send our military to war to die. I'm assuming they don't believe in these things. I'm assuming that Oz, God forbid, he hears about yet another school shooting in America. I guarantee you he has sympathy for the children and their families. Tony Pizza said, fuck them. Okay. So how much is it going to take for everybody to be like, yeah, no, it's just too much bad stuff. It's not like he slipped one time and made a stupid 9/11 comment, or he talked about a guy's wife or family, once in a while. All this stuff, this big pile of shit that Tony Pizza has left on the streets of MobTube over the years, the disgusting things he said and done. When do his supporters that are supposed to be decent people say, okay, that's it, I'm done, never again? Never, I swear my eyes, never again will I support Tony Pizza. When will that day come? I don't like, I'll tell you what I don't like. I like certain people being here and stuff, even if they were once a supporter of Tony Pizza, like Oz, for example. I like the guy. I don't know much about Alex Vela. I like Oz. Okay. I've talked to him little bits here and there. Well, communicated, I guess you could say, not talked to him. But I don't understand how these guys they'll get into a little spat with Tony Pizza and then they'll come hang out over here and then they're back with Tony Pizza. And it's like, I don't get it. What does this guy have on you? Or what is he holding over your head? What makes you the type of person? Why are you that way that you could be okay with this shit? Why? I don't get it. This is the only fucking guy. You understand? Everybody else does shit to people who do shit to them. That's who we attack. I attack people who attack me. SoFlo, Chicago, regardless of what you want to say, they attack people who attack them, right? And most of the people on here, damn near everybody. If any content creator is going after somebody, it's probably because they felt attacked or they feel slighted in some way, or maybe there's a personal beef between them. But I've never heard anybody in the history of MobTube, other than this fucking piece of shit, come on and make blanket statements about school children and the 9/11 victims and the military. And he hates every fucking thing. He hates everything. I mean, how could you agree with enough of what he does to stick around and support him? I want to fucking have a Tony Pizza supporter rehab program. I want to put people in rehab and, deprogram them. Or reprogram them or whatever the fuck. I don't know what to do anymore. I get baffled, but like, I've had times where a bunch of pizza supporters will come into the chat. And if I don't know them specifically or specific things they've done, I let them hang out. I don't care. But it gets to a point where I have to say, and everybody else has to say, but wait a minute. They supported him. They supported him. When he's on there talking shit about my fucking wife, my wife, who any of you, Alex Vela, Oz, any of you, no matter what you think of me, you can't deny she's just a sweetheart of a person. She's a fucking angel. Okay. The only time she ever said a bad word about anyone was after being abused for fucking months and months by certain people. And she responded because she had every right to. How do you sit there and listen to him go on for hours about she's this and she's that and just say the most horrible things? It's a mother, a wife, a daughter. And just be like, well, I don't agree with that yet. I'm going to keep watching every single day, every minute. And when I get a chance, I'm going to donate. I don't understand. But I'm certainly willing to hear people out. Nobody has to explain themselves. Who am I? But it's a question I have. I saw Oz here said, well, let me just get down towards the bottom because I always do this. All right, I'm going to start like up here. Let me see what you guys have to say because I know some of you are answering, I think. The IRS, Carmine Oz is a good guy in my book. In my book too, but that's the thing. I'm baffled. I know for a fact that he could have such a good heart. But it's like, how could you do that and have ever supported this guy? And listen, the thing about wives and children, I've already learned. And unfortunately, it's true for most of us. It's almost human nature. Everything that someone does to other people, it's not necessarily okay, but it don't bother us that much until it starts happening to us. And then we're like, oh shit, that's how these people felt when he did it to them. You know? I understand that, but I mean, listen, you call me a liberal, a Democrat, you call me whatever the fuck you want. I love our country. I love our military. I take people as individuals. I'm not just some guy who hero worships. Okay. And I have a heart. I was at 9/11 a month after it happened, and they were still knocking buildings down, and the wrecking ball was going, and there was blocks of fence with fucking everybody's names, big, huge paper with everybody's names that died written on it, and every fucking thing else. And I saw the faces of the firefighters and the cops. My fucking heart was broken till this day. My mom worked in one of those towers for a long time. This shit broke my heart, and I think it did for most of us. And then you think about the families. A guy goes off to work one morning to his office job or as a firefighter or whatever, okay? And he doesn't come home, and now the wife is a widow, the kids are orphans, or, well, I'm sorry, they don't have a father. They don't have a father, and they have to learn how to deal with it somehow, and they have to restart their lives without this loved one of theirs who died in this horrible tragedy. And in many, many cases, they lost everything, because the person who died in those towers or fighting those fires was the breadwinner. So these families are compensated because our government is so fucked up, such a bunch of screw ups, that they actually allowed this shit to happen. And Americans lost their lives because of it. And this motherfucker over here not only has no sympathy for the fucking people who died, but he's pissed off the family's got money, and he's actually said he thinks he deserves the money more than they do. Then his whole rant about how cops, look, I'm no fan of cops. Okay, you can say what you want. I called the cops once in my fucking life. So fucking what? I had good reason to. And even that turned out to be a major fucking mistake. If I could turn back time, I would have never fucking done it. Okay, I'm not a huge fan of cops. I sugarcoated it for a while because of the case and all that, whatever. But I would not sit here and say that nobody should have sympathy when a cop dies because he signed up for it by becoming a cop. This is like the whole argument about the mafia. Well, the guy gets killed and nobody should be blamed because the guy knew the rules when he joined. Well, every cop, when he becomes a cop, knows he might get killed, right? That doesn't mean that it's okay or that he literally signed up to get killed. Like every time he accepts his paycheck, he says, well, sooner or later, I'm going to die for this paycheck. That's not the plan. The plan for every cop is to go to work every fucking day, do their job, and then go home to their families. And he said over and over, he said it to the cops not that long ago. He doesn't feel bad for cops or firefighters because they get paid to die. What a sick fucking thing. I mean, what has to be going on inside you that when you hear that, you don't say, this is time for me to check out. I want no part of this shit. I can't listen to this motherfucker anymore. What he just said is unforgivable. Why is nobody bothered by anything anyone does unless they do it to them personally, unless it's being done to them personally? What, you were never a cop, so you don't feel bad for cops? You were never a firefighter, you don't feel bad for them? You weren't a 9/11 victim, so you don't feel bad for them either? I don't understand. I'm so fucking confused. Oh, shit. I don't know who this is. I'll just say Aaron. thank you, first of all, for being a new donor from the bottom of my heart. $20 for always doing a great show. Thank you very much. See, that cheers me up, a new donor. And meanwhile, that's the first and only donation I've gotten so far. And I have a feeling I'm not going to be getting many more. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. So I'd like to hear from you guys, Alex Vela and fucking Oz and stuff. I'm curious. Because if Miss Can't Be Wrong says that you guys are good people, then I'm sure she has reason to. You know what I'm saying? I trust her judgment. I'm just curious because I don't know everything she does. Oz equals Leon. Yeah, I saw a couple of comments that said that that's, you know, he's just there to support Leon. I understand, but if that's the goal, let's really support Leon. You know what I mean? Especially if you were on the inside, so to speak, part of Team Pizza. Figure out how to get that poor dog away from that motherfucker and give him a good life. There's a lot of us here. We could do it. Somehow or another, we could do it. And I know Oz is, trust me, from my experience, I know he's a great guy, which is why I'm baffled by his support for pizza. If it's just for Leon, I don't know. If it's just for Leon, I mean, Oz, let's be honest. You think he's giving any money, any of that money you give him? You think he's taking care of Leon with that? That fucking poor dog has never had his shots. He's never been to the vet. You're giving him money to spend on steaks and shit. Lobster, seafood dinners, nonsense, drugs. I know your intentions are good, Oz, but I'm sure you've even realized by now, okay, this money I'm giving him is going to him. It's not going to Leon. Leon is there to serve a purpose, to make people feel sorry. You know, Tony wants people to feel sorry for Leon and donate money to him because of their, you know, their concern and because they worry about the dog. He always, we've gone over it a million times. He's used that dog to get money. I don't know how many times. Oh my God, Leon is, he never forgets to say, oh, me and Leon are going to be in the rain. And then he adds, Leon doesn't do well at night. He doesn't like being outside. Oh, poor Leon. And people like Oz who feel bad and have big hearts, they donate for Leon. But Leon's not getting it. That fucking dog, I guarantee if he don't have food, Tony don't get him none. I guarantee that dog will never see a vet. He'll never get his fucking shots. If he gets sick, fuck him. That's how Tony's going to feel. So I think there's got to be another way of looking out for Leon because this fucking guy, you could give him $10,000 to take Leon to the vet and he still won't take him to the vet because he don't give a fuck. You've heard him say he won't even spend his money, the money you guys give him, on his own hotel room. He certainly ain't spending it on his dog. That money is for him to either keep, get high with, or just squander on bullshit. The fucking guy eats better than any of us. Because his number one priority in this world is food. He don't care about the dog. He don't care about anything. He don't even care about looking okay, smelling okay, being clean. No, it's just about food. How much fucking food could he shove into his disgusting fucking mouth? So I just don't get it, man. And I'm trying to understand. I'm not trying to be rude to Oz or Alex Vela or anybody. I'm just curious. What the fuck is going on? Oz, I told you, bro. You're always welcome here. Always. Let me get down here. Pizza is a pariah, rotten to the core. Right, rotten to the core. Yes, I agree. Ronan 456. Shanna sounds like a nice person. Shanna came on here when I started a month or two later to help people with their addictions because Shanna has worked in many, many drug and alcohol rehabilitation facilities. That's all she wanted. And you know why? Because before I started this YouTube channel, Our little dream was that we can create an addiction and recovery channel and help people. I have the experience. She has the medical knowledge. And that's what she came on here to do. And some cunt pig and fucking patch hog who couldn't stand, who was so jealous of fucking Shanna, started attacking her left and fucking right. And then people like, guess who? Pizza jumped in, and Johnny Mac, these people. And the only time Shanna said a bad word about anybody or even responded is after taking so many months and months of fucking abuse that it was like, okay, she deserves to speak out. And guess what? She'd speak out still if she could. I just won't let her. But she has every fucking right to. Everybody has the right to stand up for themselves. That fucking woman goes to work, comes home, takes care of her son, takes care of the household. And she's an amazing wife. She doesn't bother no fucking buddy. So I just don't get how people who have been here forever and know that, they know it. They've seen Shanna. They've heard her. How they could sit there and listen to that shit. Or the shit about my mother. How about that? And I'm just using me for an example. There's a lot of other people. But just the shit about my mother. I mean, you don't say, holy fuck, he's talking about a 72-year-old woman. I don't get it, man. All these guys, no matter what you think of FBS, do you think it's right talking about Shanna the way you have? If your answer is yes to that, you're effed up. Yeah, for real. The constant wife and family bashing is way too much. Any of it is too much. Yeah, fucking D. Gainey left that bullshit behind. That's for sure. It is. It's too much. Hold on, MobTube News. I'll get to you. I helped Pizza for Leon. I gave Pizza a lot of money in the past, but I'm not in his chat anymore. Well, I give you credit for that, Oz. Nobody should support that guy, man. And there should be a general rule and understanding that if you support him, there's no excuses. There's no like, oh, well, you know, I don't agree with the bad things he says, but I still like the guy. That's not a thing. That's not a fucking thing. Anybody who I don't agree with, I'm not going to be friends with. If I don't agree with, I'm not talking about politics or some stupid, bullshit issue. I'm talking about major stuff like the things I've mentioned. I'd say, yeah, there's no supporting him then. I can't like him and disagree with all this horrible shit he's done at the same time. What does that mean, Muggsy? There's nothing good in him. Nothing. Even though Sugar says, "Oh, look, look! I looked into Pizza's eyes. He's got a beautiful soul. I see something good in him." Never mind what, Robert B. What happened? Did I miss a Robert B. question? Then why listen to him at all? Doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I don't get it either, bro. Some of these cowards pay Pizza to talk shit because they got small stones, can't do it themselves. Well, we know there's some really, really, truly bad people in there. There's no doubt. MobTube News reporter, I'm Team Muggsy, Oz, Vela, Mooch. There you go. Not bad. Yes, you may ask me a question for news purposes, MobTube News reporter. This can't be wrong as fucking getting aggravated. This whole idea, if you're on the left, you're anti-military and anti-police is bullshit. No. Yeah, no. And I'm not even going to say anti-police. It's just that, I've had my experiences, okay? And I'll just leave it at that, because they watch every fucking show I do now. I'm walking past 9/11 Memorial right now. Yeah, I've been there, bro. It's fucking heartbreaking, man. It's sad. Terrible. The slogans and one-liners in American politics create a very toxic environment where A natural debate cannot organically flourish. Yes. Let me get through here. What do you mean, Department of Children and Families? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Ronan 456. A man's death is a serious matter, not a laughing one, unless you're a child molester. Yeah, well. Rottweiler and King Corsos. Being in Tony's chat is not the same as going along with everything he says. No, but Rottweiler, I mean, isn't it kinda? I mean, it's. I don't know. I guess I don't. Maybe I'm having trouble putting it into words, but if you know all this stuff about a guy, if you know all this stuff, then forget going along with whatever he says. Why support him? You guys are probably decent people. I just don't get why you support him. Like I said, yeah, you wouldn't find me in MRE's chat. Even if somehow me and him were cool. No why, he's a neo-Nazi and a chomo. And that's it. That's all I need to know. I don't give a fuck if he's funny. I don't give a fuck what I might like about him. I can't do it. It is, to me, it's like if I'm in your chat, I support and condone neo-Nazism and fucking child molesters. So if I'm in Pizza's chat, and I know what you're saying, Rottweiler, you don't agree with everything he says, but it's like, I'm sure there's so much you disagree with that you must. What do you even agree with anymore? I mean, what does he say that's like, I can relate to that? Tony Pizza, us as people who have worked, who have built businesses, who make a living, who support families, who take care of parents, children, there's nothing relatable between us and Tony Pizza. There's nothing. And I'm sure all of you guys, Oz and Rottweiler and Alex Vella, I'm sure all of you guys have done all those things, at least most of them. I never understood. And you're all above him, all of you. No matter who you are, you're 10 times the fucking man Tony Pizza is. So I don't know, man. I just don't get it. Or at the very least, Rottweiler, I would say this. At the very least, if when he's saying this foul shit, you just left, you said, okay, I'm done with this show. I'll check him out next time. That's a little better, than being there all the time. But it seems like some people are there all the fucking time, no matter what he's saying. I know the dog is his Griff, Skylark. He had Banjo before that. Yeah, and he did, yeah. So the fucking dog couldn't bark at him. I don't even want to think about it. Oh my God. It makes me fucking sick. And why do you have that dog? People feel bad for dogs. You know what I mean? People love dogs. They want to fucking help them. But you've got to all to be to the point now where you realize that no matter what you give him, it's not going to Leon. He might buy a fucking bag of treats and some food, but that doesn't require thousands of fucking dollars. What does Muggsy want to ask? Who said that? Miss Campione? Muggsy, ask a question. All right, hold on. I'm getting down there. I'm trying to fly through this shit. What up, Joseph Montanaro? Joey67, $10. Thanks for giving me some fun during my boring Zoom meeting. Worth the price of admission, LOL. Thanks, Chris. No, thank you, Joe. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let me get down here. I actually delivered mail with my government name on it to my own house. This is my second career that I work in my own town on Long Island. I'm not sure what that's in reference. Like what? I don't know what that has to do with anything. I actually delivered mail with my government name onto my own home. Are you a mailman? I think. I don't remember. I don't know. I'm very curious about. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, Jason. Pieces of selfish, lonely, sad sack of shit. He's a human tick, suck, consume, repeat. That's what he does. Okay. Muggsy 104, I got a question. It's okay when CM tells people he will fuck people's mothers. He will put his dick on Mooch's forehead, dirty mouth CM. That's all he got to trash dead family members of people. I'll be waiting. That's all he got to trash dead family members of people. What do you think? I'm not going to answer your question, Muggsy? What do you think? You got me? What do you want me to say? Chicago's fighting against his enemies. He's fighting against his enemies. And I guarantee you, anybody he's saying that about, he either knows or thinks that they've spoken about his family. Listen, guys, I hate to break it to you, but nobody could just walk around talking about somebody's fucking family. And if you do, I've had to learn this lesson. I hate it. I hate bringing up families. But you know what I have? The only times I have is when I realize that that's all they understand. That's all they understand. People think they could abuse people all day. They made Shanna a fucking target. Fucking MRE did a show about my dead Aunt Lucy. They've talked about my daughter. They've talked about every fucking buddy, my stepkids, my mother, you name it. What do I have to do then? I have to come out of character and do something I hate and start bashing their families and saying horrible things. You know why? It's the only way they'll stop. It's the only fucking way. You got to do horrible things to people who've done horrible things to you. If I talk about Tony Pizza's family, he has it coming. If Chicago is talking about somebody who talked about his family, they have it coming. Now, if you told me Chicago is just randomly attacking people's mothers and shit, then I would say then I can't agree with him on anything, and we probably don't even belong speaking to each other. But from what I know, anybody he's attacking has attacked his wife or someone in his family. Simple as that. Tony Pizza, I never said a bad fucking word about anybody in his family. I didn't even know about anyone in his family. The fucking guy talked about my wife and threatened my mother's life long before I ever said a word about his fucking mom. So what do you want me to say, Muggsy? You think that's a real comparison? What Chicago Muscle does versus what Tony fucking Pizza does? That's idiotic. FBS, that's the difference. You have a view or principles. The people who support pizza do not share your view. No, but I think my view, it's not about me being anybody special or my view being anything special. I think it's that my view is probably the view of most people. We should feel bad for victims of 9/11. We should honor our military instead of wishing death on them. But Tony Pizza is full of hatred, and every fucking thing, every group of people, everyone out there, he hates everyone unless they're handing him money, and then he likes them momentarily until they have a slow week. Then he hates them too. He's turned on all his fucking supporters. Look at Sandra Luciano. Jesus Christ, she did everything but blow him in the fucking morning every fucking day. And he turned on her because he don't give a fuck about anyone. And he feels like all you donors are replaceable. And they're the only ones he cares about anyway, but he don't even care that much because you could leave and he feels like he'll just replace you. And he always seems to be right. Because for some reason, there's an inordinate amount of fucking scumbags out there. No, I don't get it, man. And I don't mean to be going hard on anybody. I don't know you guys, Alex and Oz, like that. I don't know. I'm just asking because I'm confused. If you are actively in a content creator's chat, you have to be part of condoning what they are saying and stand for. No way you could be in Pizza's chat and sorry, be clean of his actions. Yeah. If I went to Chicago Muscle Show or SoFlo's or whoever's, and they're doing some crazy wild shit that I don't agree with, I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I turn on SoFlo's show in the morning and he's doing something that I feel is like, whoa, that's unnecessary, that's too far, you won't see me there. I won't even watch that show. And I'm sure they're the same way with me. But you don't see me in anyone's chat every single day, no matter what they're fucking talking about, and throwing money at them. I answered your question, Muggsy. I was behind in the chat. Relax, big guy. I hate most people. Some fat chick laid on her horn while she was behind me today. She lives around the corner. I took my uniform jacket off and made a U-turn. I ended up telling her to drink water, fat. So Anthony Arlotta, drink water, fat. So I got to make a little clip of that. Wait, what? Wait, what did you say about CM though first? What do you mean? True crime T. Wait, what did you say about Chicago Muscle? Oh, you're asking, yeah, what people said about him to get him to do those things? That's what I'm assuming you mean. LMFAO, if you talk about him, he talks about you. CM doesn't go at someone half cocked. I'll give him that. Yeah, listen, I've been through it myself so many fucking times. And Shanna's the perfect example. Once NB started abusing her, everybody thought that Shanna could be their target. And they would actually get pissed off and appalled at me standing up for my wife because they're like, in their minds, it's like, it's only Shanna. We could say whatever we want about her. No, you can't. And if you talk about Shanna, I will demolish your entire family. I'll humiliate them. You think that's bad what CM says? I'll say worse shit, and I won't feel the slightest bit bad about it because that's all they fucking understand. If you don't want families talked about, don't talk about families. But people don't understand that. We live in the world of zero responsibility, no personal responsibility. You don't get it from no fucking buddy on here. You got gangsters that feel like victims all day long when they're nothing but killers and fucking drug dealers and scumbag extortionists and bookies and loan sharks, and they feel terrible for themselves. They have no sympathy for anyone they killed or anyone else. No fucking personal responsibility on here. And that stretches to all different areas. So people think they have the right. They could just talk. If you don't like me, you feel like you have the right. You could trash my whole family. Well, no, because it's going to come back to you. And then when it does, you cry like a little bitch about it. Same thing with CM or SoFlo. You know who not to pick a fight with, right? You do it anyway. You fucking walk into the lion's den, okay? You pick a fight with a certain person who you know is going to be a fucking problem. And then once they become your problem, poor me. Fuck off. You want to fuck with people who are harmless? Go mess with Tommy Stiggs or somebody like that. But you don't pick Chicago Muscle. Don't pick SoFlo. Don't pick me because you're going to be sorry. I guarantee it. And you ain't no fucking victim once you get your fucking payback. Now, I, to this day, don't know what goes on or what went on between Chicago and Mooch. If I knew Mooch said horrible things about Brenda, that would be it. Mooch wouldn't be in here. I don't know. I heard 2 different stories from 500 different fucking people. But if he did say things about Chicago Muscle, then whatever Chicago is saying in return, or Chicago's wife, it's owed to him. If he didn't, I don't know. Well, I'll tell you this. He certainly thinks that Mooch talked about his wife. I don't see him. I don't see what would be in it for him to just be like, I'm going to make up that he talked about my wife. That's like the other day when they asked me, like, do I have proof that Fish talked about my wife? I saw it with my own fucking eyes. That's my proof. But you're not just going to take my word for it all the time. And that's fine. I don't care. Same thing. I don't know. I don't know everything that goes on here. I'm the person that watches the least of this shit. I just started watching Chicago and SoFlo like within the last month or so. Before that, I can't even tell you how long it was since I watched anything Mob 2 related, unless somebody sent me a clip or something. Oh, there you go, Muggsy. Ranger Fan 11, she said she was going to call the cops. Oh, you're talking about that threat? Yeah. Oh, you didn't threaten her, right? You just told her to drink water, fatso. I agree, FBS. Your view, what the fuck? Your view on this is the majority. It's fair to say the pizza crowd is minority on MobTube. Most people on here have good sense, in my opinion. Yeah, I think so too. And I told you, like guys like, Alex and fucking Oz, probably good people. But I mean, come on. It gets to a point where it's like, okay, you've stood by and watched and heard enough and continued to support him, where it's like, okay, can we feel that way about you anymore? I truly believe Oz worries about Leon, but there's other ways to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could get that fucking dog taken from him legally and placed with a nice home. I guarantee you somebody in this very chat would take him. Guarantee it. I know it. Now, I know that's not easy, and Oz just wants to make sure the dog has what he needs. But again, Tony's not worried about that. So if Tony's not worried about getting Leon what he needs, then no matter how much money you give him, he's not going to get it for him. He uses that dog. He uses that dog, and he's the type of dude that if he ever had a job and kids, he would call off work whenever he feels like it and just say that his son or daughter is deathly ill. Because he don't give a fuck about karma. He doesn't worry about that shit coming back to his kids, those lies. He fucking talks about Leon ate a fucking rusty staple and he got this and that. And it's like, why would you even say that if you love your fucking dog? I do feel like Mooch came into the chat today to irritate CM. Well, Mooch, I don't know you, but if that's what you're doing, if you're coming in here to piss CM off or to try to engage with him and start trouble, and I'm going to ask you not to do that, bro. Don't use me. I don't know if that's what you're doing, but I know you come in here at certain times. So I don't know. Well, I got my blood work back. Let's hope there's good news. Your friends reflect upon you. Yeah, absolutely. Without a doubt. I don't watch these chats 24/7. I don't watch pizza except for clips here and there. I have no idea. Me neither. There's like 5 to 6 at most that basically support him. Yeah, but they support him. You know what I mean? Like, I could have 5 or 6 people that support me. It's fun. Tony's people, they give him, it's unbelievable. I don't even know where the fuck he found these people. Like my donors, most donors, they could do what they can do. You know what I'm saying? These people, I don't know if there's a lot of people with money who are just horrible human beings, but holy fuck, they're hundreds at a time. It's like, my God. Meanwhile, I don't even see how you could justify that. Like, let me give Tony $300. Why? Are you trying to keep him alive for the next month? Because for a homeless guy, $300, you should be good for a month. At least. You know how much canned food and shit you could fucking buy with $300? But these people are like, we must give him thousands. He's got no bills, no responsibilities. He doesn't pay anything except for his cell phone bill. Let's make sure he's well taken care of. Now, these people must not believe in personal responsibility either, because when do you guys say, okay, I've probably given this guy 10 G's. It's time for him to do something for himself. You know what I mean? Do something for himself. The rest of us, when you donate, we take care of shit. You know what I mean? We build things. We fucking, I mean, like as far as, possessions we buy, improvements to our home, new cars. We do something with the money. We make something of it. Tony Pizza, you could give him thousands and thousands and he just pisses it away. It's not like you're giving it to him and he's using it to advance himself in life like the rest of us. When you give it to him, it's like 3 weeks from now, he's going to need it again. Well, 3 days. But I mean, no matter how long it takes, he'll still be the same guy next time you give him money. You could wait a year. He's still going to be the same guy in the same predicament. And that's no fault but his own. That's nobody else's fault. Tony didn't just get dealt a bad hand. No, he's just a piece of shit who, since he was a fucking child, felt like the world owed him something. He took his own mother for fucking child support. Holy shit. He was this way when he was 16 goddamn years old. fucking 41 years later, people are like, maybe if I give him a little more, he'll get his shit together. No, he won't get his shit together. He won't. He'll just take your money and laugh at you. And then when you have a bad week where you can't donate, he'll do everything in his power to make sure you get doxxed and abused and harassed. Because the truth of the matter is he hates you too. You guys who donate to him, you know why he hates you? Because he hates everybody who's not him. Everybody who's not some homeless fucking scumbag. He hates people who have done things with their lives and made something of themselves. So any of you that have the means to donate to him, trust me, secretly he fucking despises you. And that's why it's nothing for him to dox you and abuse you as soon as things go sideways a little bit. I feel like I've been on here 3 fucking years trying to tell people why they shouldn't support this cocksucker. I don't even get it. What is it that doesn't make sense to you? Jesus fuck. Forgot Ajita. It's MobTube counterintelligence. Wait, I'm a ghost ninja spy. I lurk in their chats on burner accounts for spying purposes. Every now and then I'll show up on his, this account and just curse Pizza and all his supporters like John Toscano. Who's John Toscano? Guys, it's like humiliating to me to even ask, but yet you make me do it over and over. It's been like 6, 7 of the worst days. Is there any way you guys are ready to donate today? Any chance of that? Like if you're sitting there watching the show and thinking, what would I be doing if I wasn't watching this show now? He's entertaining me. Let me give him a few bucks. You know, when are we going to, when is that mentality going to spread a little bit in MobTube? And that goes for other content creators too. I'm just wondering, asking for a friend. Robert B, $5 super sticker. Thank you very much, Robert. I'm confused about something now, but thank you. I appreciate it. Dave, Pizza said recently that he's waiting for a new person to donate big, like has happened in the past. Every now and then he gets lucky and gets a big donation. So he's not making what he was, huh? Tony, the runt of MobTube. Yes, Hankry. If you're new, welcome. Yeah, that's what he wants, you know, but he'll get rid of all his big donors. You know what I'm saying? He's so too stupid. He's constantly in his own fucking way. Jason Mikesell, $20 for your efforts. I send what I can. Fuck pizza. I know you do, bro. Trust me. I wasn't talking to you about that, but you know, you always look out. I appreciate you, man. Trump just sent me 500 shares of stock. God bless. Nice. 500 shares of stock. I hope it's not one of his companies. Probably won't be worth much. Look at this guy. Tom Sheehy, $50. Team FBS, bro. LOL. I was just sending before you said you hear. LOL. Well, thank you, bro. But trust me, man, you guys give enough. I fucking feel bad even getting money from you guys anymore. Look, and of course, another one that's always looking out. Antonino, $30 for I'm sitting here being entertained. Well, thank you, Antonino. How do we get more people to feel that way so you guys don't always have to look out for me the way you do? Don't worry. If I ever win the fucking lottery, you guys are all set for life. Pizza has no intention of taking that dog to the vet. If he did, he would have. Yeah, the guy's had money how many fucking times now? Robert B, I take him. I have a big yard, big house, 2 cats, and a dog. Leon is welcome here. There you go. Robert B. And he's a good dude. He has a family, you know. I'm sure he has a nice home. And fucking Leon could be serenaded. And you know, Robert B could play the guitar for him every night. So what the fuck? Oh, shit. Rockasan Kennel. I haven't seen you in forever. Thank you, bro. 5 Fat Bald-Sicilian memberships. Thank you so much, Rockasan Kennel. I thought you left me for good. Let's see who got him. Walt Liquor, Lefty DNA, The Funhouse, Benny D. Over, Dollar Bill Will. Nice. I'm not sure about Lefty DNA, but I think everybody else is a good guy. Thank you so much, Rakasan Kennel. I appreciate you. Michael Hensley, $9.99. Sorry, brother. I do what I can. Bro, you guys never feel like I'm talking to you when I say this shit. I got 170 people watching, so I'm talking to everyone else. If it wasn't for you guys, Michael and Joe and Robert, Rakasan and fucking Tom Sheehy and Antonino and Jason and stuff, I'd be, living like Tony fucking Pizza right now. I'd be sitting on a corner eating fucking wonton soup. Just kidding. No, I wouldn't, because I'd get a job and work. I'd hustle. I'd do whatever I have to do. Baba Booey. $20. Hey now. $20 for paint is starting to peel to your left, you motherfucker. Well, don't worry. Yesterday I made the decision that I don't like what this looks like back here anymore. I feel like that picture's always crooked. I've had it. I'm about to put Ali back up and put the whole thing back the way it was. But I spent 2 hours last night searching for posters and shit that I could frame and put back there. Don't worry. It won't be John Gotti. I promise you that. Oh. Let me see here. FBS back at it. Yes, sir. LOL, you're way cooler than pizza. Well, I don't know if you're trolling me, but I am truly Ruby, so thank you. Truly Ruby. Wait, no. Hankry? Yeah, Tony's next grift he had to Leon's Biscuits. I'm not sure I get that one. Thank you, Miss Camp. You're wrong. Me too. I think I'm having issues, so. Jason Mike Sell, maybe they're stealing debit and credit card numbers and sending huge amounts of money to them. I don't know about all that, but you never know. $300 is 1 week at Starbucks. There's Wagoneer telling you right there. Yeah, that motherfucker. I think fucking practically, man. You give me fucking, I'm a homeless dude, which I would never be. And you give me that type of money. I'm getting that type of money handed to me. Within 3 fucking months, I'll have an apartment, a car, a job, new clothes, and probably some pussy. I guarantee it. Tony Pizza's like, fuck it, I don't need a house. Oh, I got $3,000. What can I spend that on? Gee, lobster and steak. Should I use this money to get myself a roof over my head and maybe pay some bills? Well, you'd have to create some bills first. Nah, I'm good. Let's go get some wonton soup. Jesus Christ, I made enough money in the last year to build a fucking half a mansion. But I'm glad I spent it on seafood and pork chops and steak and fucking cocaine and methamphetamine and heroin. Oh, no, you would think. I wonder about Pizza's donations, if they're legit. LMAO, he gets a check every month. Yeah, he does. The guy gets money from the government. That's a handout. And then he gets fucking handouts from all his people. And I'm sorry, guys, but you can't compare what any of us do to what Tony Pizza does, okay? Or you can't compare what he does to what the rest of us do. We put thought into our shows. We actually go out of our way to entertain. We're energetic. We're fun. We're funny. This guy is, turn on the camera and I mean, come on. The fucking jerk off just now learned how to use fucking StreamYard. The guy doesn't even pay to have his YouTube channel. I pay, SoFlo pays, everybody on it. Well, not everybody. Some people just do the avatar thing and all that shit. But the people who are on camera and stuff, they pay for decoration. They pay for equipment, microphones, computers, cameras. You know what I mean? Look how much money I put into making this show as quality as possible. This fucking jerk off just hits a button on a fucking phone and talks shit. And shuts it down, and then he threatens to leave if he didn't make enough fucking money. I'm leaving forever. I'm shutting my channel down. Yeah, sure. fucking homeless and needs 3 cell phones, lamb chops, a room with a king-size bed, and 500 in savings. Unreal, stupid donors. Yeah, it's insanity. They're just enabling and supporting his crack addiction. Well, at this point, we have no choice other than to believe that from what we've seen. Tell me who your friends are. I'll tell you who you are. Yeah, Isaac, no shit. Chicago. Muggsy, you fake fuck. You will get my reply tonight. I'm not going to disrespect my friend's chat. Well, thank you, Chicago. I guess one of my big mistakes is not paying as much attention to this community as everybody else. I don't know, but I just can't. I can't do it. And now it's like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know who's doing what. I don't know who's fighting with who. I'm I'm a little out of the loop. So I could be making mistakes left or right. I don't know what's going on. I would never even joke about that, Wagoneer. I would never even joke about it because God forbid he might. And God forbid it's an expression. I don't fuck around when it comes to loved ones and pets and everything like that because I believe, the universe will kick you right in the ass. Joke about your kid being sick and then watch your kid get sick. Joke about somebody in your family dying and then watch them die. Or use it as an excuse to get out of something or to get into something and see how it comes back to the people you swore your everything on, whatever. I swear on my kids or all my, like this shit with pizza, the people and loved ones and animals and everything you use it as an excuse. It'll come back on them. Sorry, it took me a minute to get my shit together there. I didn't proofread my text, so don't be confused. LOL. We'll talk later or tomorrow. All good. All right, bro. Yeah, I definitely want to talk to you, man. Tommy Knockers, hello. David Smith, what? Looks like there's a lot of new people in here. Oh, Jesse's going on after me. I guess I got to shut this down soon. Let me go through the comments. Put a poster that says baseball is life. Nah, I'm good. Now, I've been looking at all different types of shit. DJ stuff, everything, sick posters to put up. I got to do something. I want a big, wide fucking poster up there like I had framed like Ali. It just looks better. And then I'm going to maybe I'll put that Rocky thing on one of the walls. I'm looking at it right now. It's crooked. It makes me want to put my fucking head through a wall. Get a neon sign that says Yizzo. That's a good idea. I might work on that today. Who in their right mind would send pizza even a dime? I don't know, man. Why do you guys give your money to TP? That's the big question. You give me a working man with a... Wait a minute. You give me a working man with a career, the money pizza gets on YouTube, I might have paid off some shit by now. Yeah, that's what we do. You know what I mean? We fucking... we take care of shit that normal people are supposed to take care of. That's what we do with the money. Tony Pizza, it's like you're throwing money into the fucking toilet. Every time you give Tony money, just remember this. You're giving him money to eat steak and lobster and to get high with. That's it. That's where the money goes. The fucking guy had to take, when the rest of us are trying to help our families and stuff. When I spoil the shit out of my mother and make sure she always has what she wants to eat and money if she wants to shop or do whatever the fuck she wants, I try to cater to her. This fucking jerk off is taking 10 G's from his fucking mother when she can't even afford to give it to him. And he still has the balls to abuse her and treat her like shit. But, this is life, guys. This is life. This is the world we live in. It's those types of animals that they're everything is smooth sailing. Their lives are cake. No worries. To everybody else, the good people who fucking suffer. Oh, wait, Jesse, if they're willing to give them the money to get it, you know what I mean? But any of us would just work. You know what I mean? It would just work. It's as simple as that. We would just work. Tony Pizza, his problem is he'll still depend on people giving him fucking money in order to pay his rent and whatever bills he might have. Who's this? Tommy Knockers, 99 cents. Thank you, Tommy Knockers. Alcoholic, 14.99 Australian. Got a little win, but still broke as fuck, bro. Hey, it's all good, man. Thank you. Whatever you could do. Look at this. A few new donors today. Beautiful. I honestly appreciate you guys. All right, let me get down here. I spend $25 to clean the jizz stains off the wall to put out a quality show. Is that what you do? Anthony Caserta. Good. How you doing? Joe Batters. Tony Pizza gets his donors info and extorts them. If they don't donate, he'll dox him. He's been doing that since the beginning. That's true. That definitely is one of his tricks. Fucking animal. He chooses to be homeless. He could probably get a job and move home. Duh, he's a lazy piece of shit. Yeah, he is. FBS, the poster would have driven me nuts. This one, it's driving me nuts. But I don't watch my shows back. And last night I was watching, I don't know, maybe this is the Tommy Stiggs one, and I'm like, oh, look at that. The fucking thing is off to the right or the left or whatever it was. I said, Jesus, fuck. God, I try hard, guys. Nobody else gives a fuck. Lee Cole used to come on here with the baseball is life sign, and then he added a couple of gangster pictures that were always crooked. Always crooked. The rest of the fucking community, you know, with the exception of, what can we say? One or two people? They're all hidden behind avatars. Motherfuckers do their shows from their bed laying down because you can't see them. It doesn't matter. They're taking a shit on the toilet. They don't even put in the effort of like going on camera and doing a decent fucking show. Everybody's hidden. It's like you're listening to radio. You're not watching YouTube. Then the few of us who actually put time and money into this shit. Well, if you're like me, this will drive you insane. I want to take down every show since I redid this room just because I feel like that picture might have been crooked. Thing is, you don't know this room. This room is fucked up, okay? Because this was like an addition. Not an addition. I won't say an addition, but they divided two rooms, you know, and made this room. So it was like with Shanna, when her ex was living here and stuff, it was like they made it like a gaming room. Like when I moved here, this room was black. They had it painted black. It was pretty sick that everything was blacked out. It was a gaming room. But, you know, they didn't do a phenomenal job. Let's just say that. And that fucking, first of all, that wall, I don't know why, at the ceiling, like at the crease in the wall, whatever you want to call it, it's crooked. So I could put something on the wall that is perfectly straight in this room, but then on camera it's crooked, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? There's issues. So I'm constantly struggling with this shit, but I had it. When I had the Ali picture up and stuff, I always had it nice and straight, perfect at the top. Plus, it looked good with the other shit. I still love the color better, and I want it to be different than it was, but I just got to find something. I don't know what. You know? I'm not like a picture of a bunch of gangsters. Those pictures, it's like The Last Supper. It's like Vito Corleone and fucking like a Tony Soprano and that corny shit. Also, the big fucking the rappers, the fucking what do you call it? I forget the word. Just like fucking 75 rappers on the fucking thing. It's all black and white. I'm good. Yeah, but the more you respond, the more you show how much you do care what he says. Just saying. Are you talking to me? And what are you? I'm not sure what you're referring to because I'm behind. It's my fault. Pizza's luck will run out in the near future. All good things come to an end. I don't know for him, man. I mean, this long. There you go, Philly Bob. All this time, and motherfuckers, you know, are still giving him money. They honestly have taken on his responsibilities, which there's very little. It's just his cell phone bill and his fucking hotel room and food and drugs, I guess. I mean, I remember when he moved into that apartment and he immediately started telling his chat what they're going to have to pay now for him to live there. Can you imagine? And they were fine with it. He would tell them, he would give them their bills. Okay, guys, I know you just gave me the rent for next week. I had to buy some things. I got Leon some treats. I bought eggs, milk, sugar, and I spent, $800 on those things. So I need more money for the rent for next week. And then they give it to him again on like Thursday, and then Sunday would roll around. I don't have the rent money, guys. If I don't get it by tomorrow morning, I'm packing my stuff, and me and Leon are going back on the road. They would pay his rent 3 times a fucking week, and they would never see anything wrong with that. Thank you, War. Leon, $5. I snuck this money out of Pizza's wagon. Well, thank you. FBS is not bad. I don't think it's crooked. I don't know. Everything's crooked to me. FBS is much more crooked than anything on his walls. There you go. Thank you, Hayda. Jesse's got to go on. Let me run through the comments, and I'm going to end it. Tommy Stiggs will be in the next season of Gravesend, LMAO. Probably. FBS, I can come over and adjust the effing thing. Is that what you were going to say? Thank you, Leon. Roof, I appreciate you, bro. All right, guys, I'm down to the bottom. That means I can leave now. Did I get everybody's donations? Yeah, thank you, guys. And the new guys, thank you all for donating, man. It means a lot to me. All right, I want to go spend time with my beautiful Shanna. Thanks for everything, guys. I'll maybe see you later. I'm not sure. Go watch Jesse Roth, please. I love you all. And until next time, salute. I can't end it. There we go.